Hi guys, welcome to your Is This Your Spiritual Message with me, Sonia for True Soul Intuition. I'm an energy intuitive, and if you are open to this message, feel free to stay and enjoy. This is a general reading, and it is timeless as well, so you'll find it when you need it. And all the other boundaries for this reading are in the description box below, as well as any details to contact me if you'd like a personal reading, and all the social media platforms I'm available on at this time. So feel free to join me, guys, and we're going to see what's going on in your energy and what's coming towards you, and any spiritual advice to help you find some clarity in the situations going on. I'm going to be focusing in on love on this particular reading, so we're going to see the energy of anybody coming towards you as well, and hopefully it resonates when you see this. And feel free to check out any other messages that I have available at this time. So thank you guys for joining me today. Please like, share and subscribe, and let's get into it. Let's see what your current energy is. Yeah, okay. We got bring it into form, and that came out reversed. So it's telling me you're having a very hard time manifesting or bringing into form a relationship or even a career, because I heard business, actual form. You're trying to manifest success in your life, and you're having a hard time trying to find your way through. Oops. And here we have inspiration. And dream a beautiful dream. Yeah, and you know what? It's exactly what needs to be happening with your energy right now. It's like think big, dream big, dream beautiful. And it's sort of like, yes, you've had a hard time, and I'm going to say this right now, what I heard. You've had a hard time trying to manifest something that you really wanted, and I felt like it's because you've been finding it hard to step forward. You've actually been stepping backwards, but sometimes you have to go back to find the root cause of what stopped you from being able to manifest openly and easily. It's sort of like we've got to go back to find our flow. We've got to go back to find out who we are. And I grew up with this thing. It was a weird thing that I've always I heard once and attached myself to, which I know we're not supposed to, but it's a saying, and that is, you got to know where you're from to know where you're going. And you might have actually gone back and done some ancestral healing, gone back and learnt more about yourself, gone back to school, gone back to, your childhood, and really looked at why it's been hard for you to bring forward or bring into form something you've been trying so hard to manifest. And you have to realize that sometimes spirit makes us go back, so we finish the lesson we didn't learn prior to wanting to come forward. And there's inspiration here with dream a beautiful dream, and it's sort of like you're connecting to your higher self. You're getting quite inspired by your creativity, because I feel like you've got a lot of ideas, you've got a lot of things you want to bring about, actually physically create with your hands. You might be quite hands-on, you might be quite handy, is what they said, and know how to fix things, but finding it fixing things for others. Okay, this is what I heard. Fixing things for others, but not knowing how to fix it for yourself. And it really is talking about allowing yourself to move past this situation. All right, because whatever stopped you from moving forward, don't take it as a failure or a lack of being successful. Take it as a time to reflect, realign, and rejuvenate an idea that may not be fully conceived properly. So you may have an idea where you want to go, but now you're finding that it's the little details to achieve that's been harder. So it may not necessarily be about a lack of inspiration or lack of creativity, but it's learning the steps, like the baby steps forward. And sometimes the baby has to learn to crawl before the baby can start to walk, and then it has to learn how to walk before it can start to run. And it's sort of like, it's like that. It's like, don't rush too hard, don't force things too much, because when you do, you become unaligned and out of flow with your natural energy. And we want to be in alignment with our energy, so that the ideas and inspiration and creativity that comes forward to allow us to live our highest potential, or the potential we want, or the potential lifestyle that we want to create for ourselves. We have to learn how to get there and to allow ourselves to get there, because sometimes the hardest person to get over is yourself, because we create a wall with a very limited perception of who we could be. Because I will always say this, Spirit sees us at our highest potential, which is so much more than we can see for ourselves. And when we allow that to happen, when we allow Spirit to come in and do their work and step out of the way, we can actually see beyond our own limited, or the opinions of others may have limited you as well. We have very validated reasons for why we feel limited, but when we look past the limitations and through the eyes of Spirit and see that they can see us at our fullest potential, we might actually find that what we wanted to where we're going is two different paths, or two different ways of thinking. And so a lot of the times when Spirit brings us back to look at things, it's time to realign back to a vision, and to be inspired by your fullest potential, by your higher self. And it's good to sometimes connect and ask questions. I'm going to say this right now. You are not and do not have to be obligated to what you feel Spirit is telling you to do. You can only do what you're willing to do. And that's the thing about Spirit. They can show you all these opportunities and doors, but unless you're willing to open those doors, you are not obligated to what their will is. You just have to realize that when we restrict ourselves, we will feel restricted. And Spirit will go, well, they'll present you with doors, but it's up to you to walk through that door and move forward, and through your decisions and the success or the repercussions of your choices. And I wouldn't be too hard on yourself if you've gone through a lot of this period, like where you've gone through finding it very hard to bring forward a manifestation that you really wanted, or a community you wanted to be involved in, or just feeling like you belong to something important. Because that's, I mean, a lot of us are like that. We want to belong to something important to us, and we can be very stuck when we don't feel like we're connected into that space or with that community. We can feel very alone. So, you know, we have to learn to release our lower vibrational stuff, which can be emotions that are kind of like fear or doubt. Self-doubt is the worst, because when we allow doubt in, then we allow for all the other secondary emotions to come in. And self-criticism. So things do not have to be perfect. It's the whole reason why we do things, is because, and why your soul chose to come back as a human being, is because even though the soul saw you as being perfect, the perfect vessel, they knew that you would also become very broken, because this is how life works. We break in the right places, and that sounds very wrong, I know, but those breakages allow us to fill them with something more and become stronger. We get reinforced by sheer will sometimes, and by the love and support of the universe, when we realize that we are loved and supported by the universe. So yeah, you do have a lot going on here. Definitely busy bee, lots of inspiration, lots of ideas around you, and they want to come in because they want you to move towards a happily ever after. This is what this is, a happily ever after. And the beautiful dream is that you can achieve it, and a dream can be changed. A dream is fluid. A dream is not always, you know, when we learn how to lucid dream, we can actually create the reality that we need and want in our lives. And we have to learn how to do it, but it can be done. So I'm just going to bring forward some cards from the Sacred Destiny. Ooh. Protection. Yeah. Oh, and patience. You've got double P's going on there. And yeah, I want to say, like I said, you've had a lot of stuff coming in. You've had to go through a lot of healing. For me, protection is a card that allows you to know that while you're going through periods of vulnerability and healing and dark phases, and that may be very detrimental, it could also be a tower moments, that you are protected by the universe, and sometimes they allow you to break so that you can reinforce it with sheer will and divine love, divine unconditional love. And you have to realize that you are protected in these times, though often you may feel like you're not. It's because we're not in the higher vibration to perceive that protection, but it is always with you. And when you start realizing that and reinforcing that too, guys, I am divinely protected. If you say this to yourself every day, you'll find that the fear comes in less, because you know no matter what, Spirit has your back, and they will make sure you have the tools and the necessary knowing or knowledge to move through and navigate through things easier when you surrender to the knowing that you are divinely protected. And here with patience, great things take time. And being patient allows you to find the true intention of your manifestation. You know, here with the stork, patience, here, the stork is a pure animal, or something that's highly regarded in my culture, what we call the kortiku, as being the only bird or the only way to access the knowledge of the heavens. So you have to realize that to build yourself up, to build yourself into the potential of your highest self and that highest potential, it will take time. Baby steps, right? Take baby steps, because for some of us, baby steps are big steps. Big steps, because some of us have been very, very stuck or stagnant in the fact that we were fearing, and no, I'm not talking about fear because you don't have the courage, but because we had reasons, validated reasons, to feel scared to move forward or out of spaces and breaking patterns that we were very accustomed to, and they could have been quite low vibrational for us, and like I said, detrimental to our soul. So take your time with this. You have all the time in the world, even we want our manifestations here and now, but we have to realize that it takes, for it to manifest in your reality, the universe needs time to work within your human perception. You have to be open to receive, and you also have to be in the right vibration to receive it. I talk about that a lot, but just take your time with things. Don't rush. Take it easy. You have time, and once you are focused and patient, the purity of your intentions will start to flourish. And I say that with lots of love, because I know how hard that can be to wait and to wait for your energy. So we're going to see who's coming towards you in love, or what is coming towards you in love. Ooh, okay, so we're going to come out with 3, but that's okay, because I asked for 3 in my head, but it popped out. So here we have 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's about manifestation, and 7 of Pentacles in reverse. For some odd reason, whatever's coming towards you, it's asking you to take it slowly. Here we have 3 of Wands, which is initiating a forward movement after planning and preparing. So this is where we take action. But then we find here with the Queen of Pentacles not being able to manifest or connect to our abundance, I want to say, because the Queen of Pentacles can be the suit card of the Empress, that earth energy, that mother energy. And I'm going like this. So yeah, it's about creativity blockage, or maybe abundance blockages, and 7 of Pentacles. And then when things get tough, when things get hard, you feel like you haven't invested in like self-doubt, not sure if you've invested in the right places, and not being patient. It's sort of like, hold your horses, take baby steps. We're at 3 of Wands here. I know you got called forward to do what you needed to do, but Spirit is saying, take your time, because there are things that you need to learn, baby steps. You need to get into flow. Like she's going to ride her surfboard right here. She has to ride the waves, so her emotional waters have to be motion, but not stormy, So settle that water and allow that swell of flow to come in so you can ride that wave towards reversing or unreversing these cards back to upright. Because the Queen of Pentacles is showing that you're finding it very hard to connect to your abundance, and that it's starting to creep in. Self-doubt is starting to creep in. So when it comes to your love life, it can refer to, I keep trying, but no one loves me. No one wants to love me back equally. And then they're not sure about me. Well, I'm going to tell you, and I know this might be a little bit hard, but maybe sometimes you weren't sure about yourself. Maybe sometimes you weren't sure that you were the right person to be in a relationship with whoever it is you want to be in. And you know, like, I know I just heard this, and I'm going to say it because I don't hold back. But I heard always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And when you say that to yourself, and I have said that to myself once or twice, that you start writing that into your future, that you'll always see other people be happy and that you cannot. So all up, when it comes to your love life, it's time to I just said, time to learn to be friends with the people that you are interested in. Get to know them on a deeper level. Get to understand them better. And then you won't have the self-doubt and self-criticism coming in to block whatever wants to come forward for you. Because threes are about learning and teaching. It's sort of like the teacher and the student for me. I look at numerology just a little bit different. And the threes were always important for me on my journey. See, there's no trust in, with the Fool in reverse, it's hard for you to let go and surrender to it. Because, like I said, to really attract love, you have to be open to it. The right kind of love, Spirit just said. The right kind of love. The love that you envision for yourself. The love that you want to move towards. The birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, the moon up above. That's then good love. You have to be love to get love. And you have to surrender to it. But when we resist change, when we doubt the path, when we doubt that we're good enough, all we find is resistance from the person that we care about and the person that we want in our life. Okay, I'm just going to take the top card for that because, yeah, King of Wands. You have to take the lead. You have to take the lead in your life. You may know a Leo, you may know a Sagittarius or an Aries that may be very dominant in your life, and they're kind of like saying, I'm here, I'm waiting. But if this is also, if you can think, if this is actually your energy, when you realize, when you take up the mantle of your love, I don't know why it came forward, but when you take that wand and state, I am here, and you're very passionate about loving yourself, you'll find that your light and your love becomes more, because you have to realize that the King of Wands is the people's choice. The people's choice. The people love their king. This king has done the work. This king knows all the processes to get to become a king. They haven't just manipulated or gaslit their way through to become king. He's the only king that's voted in. And you have to realize, when you don't vote for yourself, or when you don't feel passionate about loving you, it will be very hard to embrace this leadership skill and quality of owning your own light, your own love, and your passion and desires. It takes hard work and dedication to become love itself, to be in that vulnerable space and vibrational space of love. And it's actually a strength, not a weakness. And a lot of us, we have a lot of issues when it comes to relationships, and we find it hard to, relinquish our whole soul, love and soul and heart over to somebody, because in the past we've been hurt and badly. So like I said, we have validated reasons why we have a blockage. And love, the thing about love is that it is always with you. When you can understand that it's always with you, and that it wants to be with you. And when you start owning that, when you start saying, this is mine, and I own this love because it's my energy, then people see you as that, a beacon of love. And they're drawn to you more and more because you start owning it. It's because you start caring for it. You know, caring enough to put out that vibration of, I want to be loved properly. I want to be loved, I want to be loved right. And I want to also, it's not about controlling, by the way. You know, the King of Wands had to have been quite humble to become the king, to become the people's king. He had to have been humble beginnings. It's not that you're saying, I am the only one that can control my love. Don't distort it. It's about, I am here and I am love itself. And thus, you will attract the people that respect you and love you the right way. And here with the Eight of Wands in reverse, okay, I just asked, why this card? Why, after such a positive input, why the Eight of Wands? And they just said, you're not patient. You're not patient. You want it here and now. You want it so fast that you're not patiently waiting for that to start. You want it to begin now, and thus you're finding frustration and manifesting true love and abundance in your life. And I know what that feels like. That's why they asked you to be patient, to find your true, pure intentions towards why you wanted to manifest a proper loving relationship. So just be mindful to be patient, to allow love to become your vibration, to take the lead and show people that you are love, so it will manifest faster. Now I'm just going to bring in a card from the White Light Oracle. I'll bring in two actually. I'm going to read them from the book, because these are usually pretty. Thank you. Love it, lovely messages. Just put that over there. Be patient. I just hear that again. You've got Garuda Soprana. Hopefully I've said that properly. And the Alabaster Tablet of Layla, which is one of my favorite. That's 41 and 42. Yeah, step by step, guys, step by step. So we'll do Garuda Soprana. Let me see, guys. Let's find it from the book. Okay, here we go. It says, cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. Yes, well, of course, when you're in the love vibration, guess what happens, guys? You feel loved. And here we have Alabaster Tablet of Layla. And it says, you are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into the greater awareness and an understanding of your highest life purpose, shall become even clearer to you. This may invoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. Thank you, Spirit. I love how they do that, you know. I love how they just know what to say to amplify the same energy that's been said. You are protected, you are guided, you are loved, and when you come into the knowing of that knowledge, when you actually can perceive it, it will become exactly what you need it to be. And that you are loved. The best relationship that you can have in the world is a love relationship with yourself first. And then love flourishes after that, because no one else can interfere. You know, even if they're not good people, the love that you have for yourself will always heal what bad people have done to you in relationships. And that slowly but surely you become the vibration of a real love. And I feel for this particular pile it's very important. So thank you guys. Hopefully this message resonates with you. And if you made it to the end, please like, share and subscribe. I appreciate you. Comment in the comments below. And until next time, take care. Bye.